Okay, good day everyone. My name is Solomon Jacobs. I'll be taking us on basic auditing tips. These are the outline of what you will learn at the end of this course. First, you will learn to use the auditing template. Then you have to master your data collection techniques and also know how to visualize and analyze your results after you're done auditing. Now, we'll be looking at the things you will learn at the end of this series. First of all, the difference between auditing and an auditor. Then the various templates used for auditing, data collection, Excel template creating, analyzing your results after you're done taking all your data samples and all that. Then you have to declare your profit and loss for the company or department which you are auditing. Now, first we'll go into what is auditing. Now, auditing is the systematic examination and verification of financial records and statement. It is a critical process that helps ensure the accuracy, reliability, and compliance of financial information. Now, who is an auditor, you may ask? An auditor is an independent professional who conducts the audit. The role of the auditor is to provide an objective opinion on the financial statement and to identify areas of improvement. Now, we're going to dive into the various types of templates used in auditing. Now, we have different kind of templates used in auditing. First of all, we have the financial statement template. We have the internal control template, the risk assessment template. We have audit planning template. We have the audits report template. So these templates, depending on the kind of template that you are using at your workspace, depending on what you're using. So either you are using the financial statement template to work, or the internal control template, or the risk management assessment template, or the audit planning template. So the audit planning template and the audit reporting template are almost the same. So we'll look at it and I'll show you how it looks like. So first of all, the financial statement template. Now, a financial statement template provides a standardized format for presenting a company's financial data. It typically includes sections for the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, and statement of charges in equity, helping organizations report their financial performance and position clearly and consistently. Now, if you look at this picture over here, you'll see the template as it's being shown. Now, this is the company name. That if you're creating a template for financial statement, first of all, the company name needs to be here. Then the statement reporting period, that is the starting date to the ending date, maybe from the 1st of January to the end of January. Then the revenue acquired or accumulated from that set period will be here. Then expenses that was incurred on those period will be here. Then you have your cost of goods sold. Now, to get your gross profit, definitely you have to minus your gross revenue from your cost of goods to get your gross profit. So many people mistake this gross profit as their net profit. Now, gross profit is just what the minusing your cost of goods from your revenue. That is not actually your profit for the year or for the month. Now, before you have your profit for the month, you have to first remove or deduct your expenses, which is your wages, benefit, rent, utility, office supplies, internet, phone, travels, insurance, and lots of them. So it is when you're done deducting all this from the gross profit, that is when you get your net income. So later I'll be taking you guys on how to create something like this in an easy way on Excel. So secondly, we are going at the internal control template. Now, an internal control template outlines procedures and policies designed to safeguard assets, ensure accurate financial reporting, and promote compliance with regulations. Now, it helps businesses establish systems to detect and prevent fraud. You get errors or irregularities, ensuring operational efficiency and accountability. Now, this is an overall rating. This is how an internal control template looks like. although on my next class I'll have to evaluate and dive into it properly. All these things are listed here. So next we'll be looking at the risk assessment template. Now we all know what risk assessment is. Now a risk assessment template helps organization identify, analyze, and evaluate potential risks that could impact the business objectives either positively or negatively. So it typically includes sections for risk identification, likelihood, impact, and mitigation strategies, enabling business to prioritize and manage risks effectively. Now, if you look at this picture over here, it shows the different icons on how these things here can impact on the company. Now, we have the high. The high simply means high risk of how this could impact and affect the company. Then this is low, and we have the medium, we have the critical stage. Now this risk meter is controlled by whatsoever that you impute in this section. Your risk indicator, your risk meter is being controlled by your risk indicator things here. These are the things that control your risk meter. So on our next slide, I'm going to teach you how to create something like this and how to make this risk meter work, and put the necessary formulas that needs to be imputed. Now we have the audit reporting template. Now remember I told us that audit planning template is similarly alike with the audit reporting template. Now, so the audit planning template outlines the approach and procedures for conducting an audit. You get, while this one is an audit reporting template that is used to communicate the results of an audit. Now, looking at this picture here, you will see how it looks like. The findings, you can see it, although it's not that clear, but you can see how the picture of an internal audit template looks like. Your findings and everything will be in this section. Your code, findings, your CPA number, and all that. So this is just the basic. So I'll be giving us the main teaching of this and how to create something like this later. So not to waste much of our time, we'll go to the next slide. Now, data collection. Now, data collection is a critical step in auditing process. Now, it involves identifying relevant financial data, extracting it from various sources, and validating its accuracy. Now, before you start auditing or running an audit first, you need to gather your data, either manual or automated or semi-automated. Now, the manual collection of data is more of this our local way of taking data through book, pen and paper and all that, while the automated is using software where you use your USB to collect your data and you mesh them together to get your audit. So that is all about data collection. It is through your data collection that you will be able to do a very genuine audit report. Without data collection, I don't think there is any need for an auditing. I don't think there's any need for auditing. So now, before you start creating a template, first you need to know the steps that are involved in creating a template for the kind of audit that you want to do. First, you have to set up the template. You create a worksheet using a formatting cell and adding formulas to the template. Now, secondly, you have to design the template. Now, you know the kind of design that suits the kind of auditing that you want to do. Now, in creating these things, you have to involve using charts, graphs, and visualization, adding your visuals. Now, to do your visualization, first of all, you need your graph and your chart to visualize. Without your graph and chart, I don't think there is any need to visualize when you are auditing. Now, the tips and the trick using Excel shortcuts. Now, there are shortcuts that we use in Excel, which I will tell you guys later on the next class how to apply this shortcut, so it will save you from many stress in creating an Excel template. So when creating an Excel template, consider the following. First, use a clear and concise label and heading. So your labels and your heading should be clear and it should be concise. It should be on point. Now, the formulas and the functions that you're going to use, you should know how those formulas works. Now, every formula have where it should be positioned. Now you can't. Okay, what will happen on my next slide? I'm going to touch on this Excel template creating, and I'm going to use this slide specifically so I can teach you guys how these things works, like how they work. This side, I'm going to teach you guys how it works using practical. I can't just explain it theoretically to you, so I'm going to use practical to show you how these things works and how you can impute them in your Excel template, and it will start giving you the things you want it to give you. And there's a way you input a formula on a template, and the answer is giving you, or the result is giving you, is not actually what you needed. So I'm going to guide you on how to create such type of formulas and how to create such kind of template that will enable you, give you the kind of result that you want while you're working. So first, once you're done gathering your data, remember I told you, once you're done gathering data, collecting of your raw data, you have to create a template. Once you're done creating your template, now you have to analyze your results. Now, once you've imputed all your raw data into the template that you've created, now you analyze. Now, analyzing the result involves interpreting data, identifying trends and anomalies, and drawing conclusions. Auditors must also develop recommendations for improvement, corrections, or further investigation. So as an auditor, once you're done creating or analyzing your results, you should also create room for improvement. So the company know, we are having issues on this department. Okay, this department needs to improve on so and so areas. So you have to create a recommendation for the company to see how they can move forward, or the things they need to do to improve in their sales and mitigate their loss. Now, when analyzing results, consider the following. Now, identify the trends and anomalies in the data. Analyze the root cause of any issues or problem. Now, if you notice that the consumption of diesel is high, that is why you see this stuff here, this chart. Now, if you look at this chart here, you will see that in the month of January 2025, diesel that was consumed was 2.2 million naira. Then on February, diesel consumed was 1.9 million naira. You see that there was a drastic reduction in the consumption of diesel. Then on March, it's just 982,500. Now, this trend now shows you that there is a progressive reduction of cost. You are mitigating the excessive use of material, excessive use of diesel. And now sometimes when you see companies saying that they waste more money on diesels, now they need to consider, okay, why are we spending more money on diesel? So this thing is going to help you know the areas that needs improvement. When you're done doing your auditing, it helps you know where and which department needs improvement and where needs attention more. Now, always remember to work with your charts. So this chart helps you to know actually what needs to be done in the company. After you're done analyzing, you now declare your profit and your loss. This is where you declare if the company is making profit or if the company is making loss after the sales for the month or annually. Now, declaring your profit and loss involves calculating the financial results of the company or department. This may involve using financial data and formulas to determine the profit or loss. So when you declare your profit and loss, consider the following. Use financial data and formulas to create profit and loss. Consider all relevant financial data, including revenues, expenses, and assets. Now, thirdly, communicate profit and loss to the stakeholders. Now, once you're done finalizing and you're done creating your profit and loss for the month, you have to communicate that result to your stakeholder, to your manager, or to your MD, or to the CEO, anyone. So while doing that, you also have to bring in recommendations why the company is making loss, or the company is making loss. Now, just like what I said before, the use of financial data and formulas to calculate profit and loss. Now, you remember when we talked about when we talked about financial statement template, now you can see it over here, the revenue, then the profit and loss statement, which is reporting statement, the date, starting date, and the end date. Now this is where your revenue will be, then the cost of goods sold will be here, then the expenses will be here, then your net income. This is where you now declare, in this section, this is where you now declare if the company is making profit or loss. So that is that for that so far. So we've come to the end of this section, so feel free to follow me on Facebook and also subscribe to my YouTube channel at the end of this video. And if you want us to dive into creating those templates step by step, do well to send me a message on Facebook so we can create it together. So, and also to know your strength in Excel template creation. I would like to know your strength from the scale of 1 to 10. Just send me your strength scale from 1 to 10 so I know where we can start our class from, so I don't end up teaching you something from the beginning. It will get boring when you know that, okay, I already know this. So I would like to start from where you don't know, so we can achieve a lot. So that is just that. And on our next class, we'll be treating how to create an Excel auditing template. So it's coming soon. So when it comes, I will let you guys know when the time comes. So thank you very much.